Namaste, welcome. Um, let's start right away. So come and sit comfortable. Bring your hands together in front of the heart. Make sure you're sitting straight. Close your eyes. Just breathe a couple of times deep in and out. And then dedicate your practice. And let's go pausing by the 5 points of respect and gratitude to coming here in this moment to do your practice. So the first respect and gratitude is the place where you are. So remember where you are. And then the time where we're living in. And then yourself, respecting and have gratitude who you are. And then everything that's around you. Treat everything how you want to be treated. Those last respect and gratitude for the wisdom and knowledge where we still can learn from to feel good, to be good, and to create a better world around us. Okay. So from there, we start in a half frog. So the frog is, let's have the right leg straight and do the left, and you turn your foot backwards. So it's the inner rotation of the leg. And then the other leg is straight. And then bring from that side, that's my right side, bringing the arm in and then bring the other over. So it's a side bending. And when your hip is coming off the mat, that's totally fine. You can use, like I see in class, I see a lot of people using bolsters and cushions to lean on, sometimes just to support with your fingers your head. And just try to bring the arm over. That this side is really stretching. So this side of the long area we want to open up. And I will catch my timer. Then we don't have to worry about time. So half frog, half dragonfly, side bend, and then the timer is running. Good. So I will come also into it and really opening the side body. And try to lean a little bit backwards. That's helping me all to open my chest, to open my long area. And if possible, let your head also bending sideways. But if you are not that deep as mine, then you support maybe with your head, your hand with your head to your head. Good. And start to breathe into this long area. So it's a little bit more a flank breath. Breathing into the flank area. So we focus on the long meridian today. And long is connected with the throat chakra or the vortex in the throat. And the throat has to do with communication. And one very, very important part of communication is to listening. And that we forget. And researchers found that the last couple of years that people are getting more less good in listening. The information they remember, the concentration they have is less and less. Like 20% of what you're listening is maybe coming in. And like when you're listening for an hour, only 20% you remember. But what's very important for each other, especially your friends and family, is that you are listening and not listening and then giving advice or saying what you think or what you experience. Just fully listening. Let them talk. And that's a way of accepting who they are and giving compassion, being for them, respecting them. And that's also what we have to do to ourselves. So the timer went, so turn first your head down, look down. Then remove your hand back and then slowly, slowly coming up. Then bring your knee maybe a little bit more forwards. Mine was already forward, so I don't need to do that. But bending your straight leg. And then walk your hands backwards, lifting your pelvis and bring your pelvic a little bit under, tilt under, and the pubic bone more lifted. And then, if possible, going on your elbows or use something to lie down on at the lay back deer pose or settle pose. A settle pose is with the legs straight. If that's working better for you, you can do that. For me, it's nicer to have the leg out, and that's helping to tilt my pelvis so I have a deeper stretch in my quadriceps and less pressure in my lower spine. And also, there is less pressure in my knee because the weight goes a little bit now to the right. So that's why I found this one better, and I see in class that this is working for a lot of people. But not everybody is the same, you know that. So if this is not working for you and a straight leg is better for you, just do that. And here just coming in and make sure the throat is a kind of open, not too much padding, cushions under the head. So when there's nothing, just try to not close it too much. And then relax and listening to yourself. And just listening without judging yourself or giving a meaning or your yeah, your judgment into it. Just listening. And then the timer goes. So what you do, you stretch your leg and then move the weight or turn it to your side, turning to your right side. So you can remove your left and then bring your left on the side. Walk your leg, the other leg, the right one, a little bit more backwards. And then opening your left arm. Maybe you know this uh, way of ending this sequence with a twist and reopening the arm and having this diagonal line stretch in the body from your right leg all the way up to the left arm. Really open. Head is just in the middle. And what you do here is just to listening to the sounds around you and then far, far away, like not the sounds in the room you are, but the sounds outdoors. See if you can hear something. And then bring your awareness in the room you are and listen to the sounds in the room. And that was the timer. So coming back to the breath and coming back in center. Just turning back, lie down, breathe. And bringing your knees to your chest, lifting up your head and just start to roll a little bit forwards, backwards, and then rock up to sitting. Then we do the other side. So now the right leg goes in, left is all straight, and then bending sideways. So bring your left arm under, try to opening all the way, using our props for under. You like going on the prop and then open all the way. And try to really opening the side and giving space for the lungs. The head is just also going down. If you need, you can support with the hands the head, or bringing the arm over and just supporting the head. And then close your eyes. And we go all the way in listening. So now listening in your body. You're listening what's going on in the lungs, in the belly. And then turning the head down. And slowly, slowly bring your arm back and roll up and Maybe using your cushion out to the back for a layback deer pose. So bending your straight leg, bring your knee maybe a little bit more forwards and then walk your hands backwards. Lift and bring your tailbone more under and then going lying down. Maybe over cushions. Throat is open. And this is to really opening all the energy meridians on the chest area, on the front area. They are, most of them, they run through the throat. And also the back bending. It's stimulating kidney meridian, kidneys. And they have meridians ending in the ears. So they are connecting with the ears. So that's also important. Really listening. You can listen with the heart, with the energy, but the normal sounds we have to pick up with the ear. So also important. And what's also related with kidneys, with listening, when we are more fear, when we are more stressed, when we are more fear, it's harder to have concentration on something else. And really listening. When we are afraid, we're constantly looking around us if there's no danger. So really trust and sinking in the trust so that you can be for that friend, that you can listening or that you can fully listening to maybe this audio record of a book or maybe looking at a documentary. You're really listening fully and getting more than 20-25% information. And also, what's happening when we are too much in our minds and not really open and listening to the other or the other subject is that we only hear what we want to hear. So that was the timer. So stretching your left and turning to your left side. So you can bring your right knee down, walking your left leg a little bit out, and then stretching the right arm wide open and coming in the twist. Opening the chest, feeling this diagonal line stretch in the body. Just breathe. Relax. And then I tell a little bedtime story. So a long time ago, far, far away from here, there was a king living in a beautiful country. And every year he went traveling through the country to meet the people, to see how they were. And then he was riding on a beautiful street, and all the trees had a circle, and exactly in the circle there was a arrow. So he was thinking, oh, there's somebody who can shoot the arrow every time in the rose, so that's a really bright man. So you want to meet and speak that man. So you arrive on the square in the village and he saw that all the doors were having the circle and an arrow exactly in the middle. So he asked, where is this man living? Can you bring him to me? And then the people say, yeah, yeah, just wait. And after a while, they came back with a little boy, about 6 years old. And the king said, oh, you are a master of the bow and arrow. Tell me how you learned that. And then the little boy said, oh, it's very, very simple, king. You just shoot first and then you get a rope, and then with a chalk you put a circle around. So this story is telling us that most people have already an answer or already have an idea, and then just only listening or knowing the things what's uh, bringing to that. And that was the 3 minutes. So when you're doing my class, normally we do 5 minutes, but today we do 3 minutes just to see if you could listen to time. You notice the time, and that 3 minutes is quite short, and that after 3 minutes, you probably want to uh, move away from what I'm saying and just lying down and doing nothing. So now it's time to do nothing in the last relaxation. Just fake away from the sounds, what you hear, just slowly, slowly melting down in the relaxation. Just bend your knees and roll to your side and come up to sitting, and let's sit for 3 more minutes to listening to yourself. So comfortable sit, and let's bring the hands to the heart and just ask yourself, how are you? How I am, and listening. And as long as you say to yourself, I hear you, I love you. So that's a mantra you repeat now a couple of times. I hear you, I love you. To yourself, I hear you, I love you. And then bring your hands together and bring them to the forehead, the witness for a wisdom mind. And then bringing the hands in front of the heart for a witness for an open heart to listening. And then bring the hands in front of the belly, a witness to ground into your authentic self. And that's your power, that's your strength. Namaste. Thank you so, so much to listening to me and doing the class with me. So I wish you have a beautiful day or a beautiful night. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. And if you want to support me in the COVID time, I still cannot teach in classes. You can donate me with the link below. And maybe you like to have a private with me, so you can book a private online class with me on my website, skadiyoga.com. Thank you so much. Bye bye.